You step forward. A simple motion, one you've done thousands of times before. But lately something feels different. Your body hesitates. There's a quiet pause, a small flicker of doubt before your foot finds the ground. Maybe someone told you to watch your step or to buy better shoes. Those things can help, yes. But they miss the deeper message your body is trying to send. That tiny hesitation, that brief sense of being slightly off balance, it isn't clumsiness. It's communication. A signal just slightly delayed traveling between your brain, your hip, and your foot. A small gap that over time can grow wider, turning confidence into caution. But here's the truth. That signal can be retrained. Balance isn't lost overnight, and it isn't gone forever. It can be restored through awareness, gentle movement, and a bit of daily practice. In this video, we'll rebuild that signal together, using one simple routine proven in balance studies from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic to restore precision and trust in every step you take. Before we begin, I'd love to know who's watching today. Tell us your first name and where you're joining from. Our age-strong community spans the world, and your presence here makes it stronger. So, what's really happening when your body hesitates? Inside you, there's an intricate pathway, a quiet chain of communication that connects your brain, your hips, and your feet. Your brain sends the command. It travels through your inner ear, your body's GPS, down to a key muscle deep in your side, the gluteus medius, and finally to the stabilizers around your ankle that prepare you for the step ahead. When that pathway is strong, your body moves as one. Every part speaks the same language, effortless, steady, confident. But as we age, this signal can begin to lag. The message that once flowed smoothly now takes just a little longer to arrive. The hip tells the ankle, prepare, but the foot responds a fraction of a second late. According to research from the Mayo Clinic, that small delay called delayed hip activation is one of the strongest predictors of falls in adults over 60. Stronger even than changes in vision or general reaction time. It's not about being slow. It's about the rhythm between signals falling slightly out of sync. Imagine a simple line chart. One line shows a young adult's reaction time about 18/100ths of a second. Another shows a senior's about 31/100ths. The gap looks tiny on paper, but in the real world, it's the difference between catching your balance or catching your toe. That's why our focus isn't on moving harder or faster like we used to. It's on shortening that signal gap, reawakening the dialogue between your brain, your hip, and your foot so that every step once again feels deliberate, grounded, and secure. Let's begin our guided practice. Find a clear space where you can stand near a wall or a sturdy counter. We want to feel safe, supported, and grounded as we rebuild these crucial signals. Drill 1. The standing signal. Stand tall, feet about hip-width apart. Rest one hand lightly on the wall. Now shift your weight slowly to your right side. As you do, notice that outer hip begin to engage. A small, quiet tightening. Allow your left heel to lift just slightly from the ground. Hold this moment for 3 slow breaths. You're not forcing it. You're listening. This isn't about how high you lift, but about how clearly your hip and foot begin to talk again. Slowly lower your heel, return to center, take a breath. Then repeat on your left side. Shift your weight, feel your hip activate, lift your right heel gently. Breathe. You're not building muscle. You're restoring trust. You're giving your nervous system a chance to rehearse its timing again. Drill 2. The controlled release. Now we'll refine that timing. Stand facing the wall or a sturdy chair, fingertips resting for balance. Lift one knee slowly, just high enough to clear the floor. Pause there. Extend your foot forward, not touching the ground yet. just hovering as if reaching toward something just out of reach. Feel the quiet work happening in your standing hip and your center. Now with care, let that foot land as softly as you can. Heel first, then the toes. Notice the control. This deliberate movement teaches your hip to anticipate your step instead of reacting after it. Even 2 minutes of this gentle drill a day can make a measurable difference. Research shows steady improvement in balance time after just 4 weeks of daily practice. It's not intensity that rewires the body, it's repetition with awareness. Repeat on your other side. Lift, extend, hold, and place softly. If you feel unsteady, keep both hands on your chair or wall. Drill 3 the feather step. Now we'll bring it all together, a calm, continuous step that feels light but stable. Begin with the same gentle weight shift. Shift to one side, let your opposite heel lift. As that heel rises, let your foot glide forward just like in the previous drill. Then let it meet the ground, heel to toe, smooth and silent. As your weight transfers, your other heel begins to lift for the next step. Feel that rhythm, hip foot, a conversation flowing in both directions. You're not trying to walk fast. You're learning to move consciously again. Every step, a dialogue of balance and trust. Take a few more feather steps back and forth. Notice how each one feels more connected than the last. You're not just moving your legs. You're reawakening the pathway between your brain and your body. You're reminding yourself stability isn't lost with age. It's rebuilt with awareness. Consistency always wins. It's not force or intensity that rewires the body. It's gentle repetition practiced often enough for the brain to trust the bait. Signal again. Your nervous system learns through calm, steady reminders, not through exhaustion. Try linking these short practices to something you already do each day. Brush your teeth. Wait for the kettle to boil. Stand by the counter while your coffee brews. 2 quiet minutes once or twice a day can make a remarkable difference. Research from Harvard Center for Balance and Mobility found that simple micro-movements done 5 days a week reduced trips and stumbles by 40% in adults over 65. Small, mindful signals like these rebuild stability, 1 repetition at a time. You're retraining the oldest and most reliable communication system your body has. Each calm step, each deliberate shift of weight reinforces independence. A quick but important reminder. If you've had recent surgery, unstable blood pressure, or severe dizziness, talk with your doctor before beginning any new movement practice. Always move within a comfortable range and stop if you feel sharp pain or lightheadedness. Safety always comes first. What you did today wasn't just exercise, it was a declaration. You showed your body that it can adapt, that it can relearn the rhythms that keep you steady. Confidence doesn't mean chasing youth. It means restoring the clear conversation between your mind, your muscles, and your movement. Each step you take now carries a little more trust, a little more control, a little more you. You are not fragile. You are capable, adaptive, and learning to move smarter with intention and grace. To remind yourself of today's work, write "I am rebuilding my signals" in the comments below. And if you know someone who's lost a bit of confidence in their steps, share this video with them. Strength grows when it's shared. Stay curious, stay consistent, and keep rising.